Hello and welcome back to Redirecting. The other day it got kind of cold, so we had to cover up our ginger to protect it. I wanted to be on the safe side because what I'd like to do is have the opportunity to transplant some of this. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be harvesting some of the ginger to take in, of course, so that we can utilize it. We love to put it in our teas and various other dishes. For those of you who didn't know, ginger leaves are also edible. They're used kind of like chives or some type of garnish to go over a dish. You can put it in soup, whatever you want to do with it, but they are definitely edible as well. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get started with the harvesting of some of this ginger. Some of which I'm going to be taking into the greenhouse and some into the house as houseplants. Yes, you can grow ginger inside as well. And I'm noticing I have two flowers trying to form there. Yes, ginger will produce flowers as well. But what I'm going to do is try to carefully harvest this corner right here. And not damage the rest of the plants. I'm going to try to pull that up. And so, what you have there is a chunk of ginger. There is the original plant right there that was put into the ground. You see that? It's all brown. And all of the rest of that is new ginger that sprung from there. If you see that shoot there, that's letting you know he's ready to continue growing. And so this will probably go into the greenhouse. You see all of those shoots? They will continue to grow and grow and grow. And we saw the original shoot as well. So I'm going to set that patch aside and grab some more of this. Okay, there is some more ginger. That's fresh ginger, and you can smell it. The smell is so rich. Okay, you can grow ginger and never have to buy it again. And so this is why we're going to be planting some in pots, taking it inside, using them as regular house plants. And again, you can see the original root there that was planted in the ground, and you can see all of the new stuff that is coming up from it. Okay, as you see, there is a whole lot of ginger here. Even under the plastic there, a whole lot of ginger. So we could leave this in the ground for now because we have still some decent weather ahead of us. But to preserve it, it is best to get some of it and take it into the greenhouse and take some inside and put it in just regular house plants. Those that have house planters, those that have the flowers on it, I'm going to dig that up a little differently and later and take those into the house. But I'm going to grab another patch right here that is kind of up front a bit. Okay, that one broke a little, but I still have some good ginger on there. Like I said, I'm going to take these into the greenhouse. And here is some more. Okay, that's a nice big patch of ginger right there. So I'm going to end my harvesting right here and go ahead and transplant these into the greenhouse. You can see the original plant right there. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and transplant this ginger into the greenhouse. And I will be right back and show you the results. So now what I've done here is I have taken the ginger that I harvested and I brought it into the greenhouse and I have set them down in here. I'm going to fill this tub with the ginger, so it won't just be what you see here, but it will be completely filled because it is getting to the point where some evenings are going to be very, very cold, and so ginger will die if you don't get it out of the cold. So we are harvesting it and bringing it inside of the greenhouse, and we will be taking some inside of the house as well. But this is what it looks like so far. Okay, so I have harvested more of the ginger. As you can see, it is very, very healthy in roots. Lots and lots of roots. You can see the original plant there again. Okay, and then you see all of the plants that branch off from it. It just reproduces and reproduces and reproduces. You should never have to buy ginger again. If you tend to them properly in the fall, replant them or pot them, bring them in the house or in the greenhouse, whatever you have available. As long as you have a loose soil, because ginger thrives on very loose soil, you should be good. So again, what I am doing is simply transplanting some of our ginger into these pots in the greenhouse here. Earlier, I put a layer of hay down in there so that we didn't have to fill the whole thing with dirt. It's very expensive to try to fill a pot with nothing but dirt. Okay, so the hay that we purchased earlier this year, the organic hay, it definitely decomposed pretty good, but we didn't use the decomposing hay in the container here. We just used hay that we still had on the bales that hadn't been exposed too much to the weather. But the reason why it works out great is because we've seen that once you cover them in soil, they will decompose really well into soil. And so I am just merely planting the ginger into the slots here, and it will be safe throughout the winter here inside of this medicine cabinet. This is our AHA Herbs medicine cabinet for growing our own herbs and other things as well. I had to borrow some space in here for some of my sweet potato plants. This little experiment, we will see how this turns out. And for now, until one of the other greenhouses is ready, I had some clippings from tomato plants as well that are going to hang out in here until I get space, because I'm going to need all of my counter space for my herbs in here. I do have the hanging baskets, but I will need as much counter space as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and finish transplanting this ginger, and of course, Yah willing, I will keep you updated on the progress as we continue to expand and expand and expand our ginger garden. We want this to be something that is readily available, because going to the store to purchase it, anyone knows going to purchase ginger from a store is very, very expensive. And so anyone who is looking to get into any type of growing, even if you can just start with herbs or ginger or something like this, this is definitely something you can grow inside of pots. If you can have a regular house plant, then you can have ginger growing underneath the surface. And the foliage or the leaves don't look bad either. They actually look like a really nice house plant. So here you have it. All right, family, with that, I'll say shalom.